Hey, what's up everybody, how's it going? It's Berk, aka Dansg08 here, and I thought I'd do a final hangout for you guys before I went off for like a little bit of a summer break. Those of you guys that follow the channel know that I do this every year, but this year in particular I feel like I'm in genuine need of it. I'll talk about a few things, some stuff that's happened, some things that might happen, and just some general stuff about what's going on, and then I will basically sign off and leave you guys with whatever videos I have left for the summer. So in general, things have been going okay work-wise. Up until about 2 months ago I was on a very good streak. I mean, I just started to direct my first true kind of professional gigs. I did my first TV advert. I might put a link to that in the description so you guys can check out my work. So yeah, that was like a really kind of important thing for me. It was like the first time I could actually call myself a director. So as of now, Dansg08 is a director, which is pretty cool. So that was good. I did like 2 little jobs back to back, and that kind of put me in a good position. And I'm at the kind of age where I'm young in the industry, but I need to this is my time. So for the next year or two, I really need to shine. I need to do a few jobs back to back so that come the next 2 years, after the next 2 years have gone past, I'll be in a position where I can carry my talents to wherever I want, because that is going to lead me into the other thing that I need to talk about. Tonight is a bit of a somber night for me, because tonight is the night where the terror attacks happened in the Istanbul airport, the Ataturk airport. Strangely enough, I was actually going to go on a little break to the UK to see my family, and that's going to be in less than 36 hours. So I would have been at the exact same place where those bombs went off and those people were killed 36 hours from now. So life is strange, man. It's pretty scary stuff. So yeah, unfortunately, as of now, it's still very fresh at the moment. I've just come off watching the news. There's like 28 people dead right now and 60 people that have been injured, so that number could climb. Just absolutely devastating. But considering that Turkey is a Muslim country, considering its geographical position, considering the kind of leadership that we have and everything that's going on right now, it's kind of a prime target for people like ISIS and the Kurdish terrorist groups and all those guys. So I'm not going to dive into the politics of it or anything like that. All that's clear is that it's just a really terrible situation right now. It's not really the safest place to be right now. In general, there's a lot of places around the world that you would consider pretty safe from this kind of stuff. But even places like Paris now, there was a bomb attacks in Brussels, and it's getting crazy, man. So yeah, Istanbul is a city that's going to be kind of under the spotlight with this kind of stuff, so it's not going to be the most safe place to be for the coming months and years, I'm assuming. So where does that leave me? Well, when I came out here, I came out with the dream of becoming a director. As you guys know, I've mentioned this stuff before. I had the connections here to kind of get me started with this line of work, and after about 18 months or so, I can say that I'm finally kind of on the right track with this kind of thing. And it's the kind of job where I feel like if I was to say to myself, things are looking a bit dangerous in Istanbul, I'm not liking the way things are going, it's not really become the safest place to be, I don't feel happy here. If I was to go back to the UK now, I'd kind of throw away all of the effort that I've put in now, because I don't have enough of a CV to carry over what I'm doing if I was to go back to the UK. So that's what I was saying. I've got to the stage in my career where realistically for the next 2 years I really need to buckle down and work hard on this directing thing and really kind of up my game and become a genuine, someone genuinely good in their field. So it's annoying, because on the one hand I know that that's what I need to do, and to be able to do that I need to be here. But on the other hand, there's all this stuff happening and it's always on the back of your mind. So I'm in a bit of a strange situation. Just gonna see how it goes, really. If this kind of stuff starts to become a more common occurrence and it's happening even closer to where I am, then I'm gonna have to start thinking twice about this whole thing, and there's a chance I might have to kind of escape back to the UK, because even though the UK is not completely safe either, some crazy shit's happened in the UK with the Brexit and all this stuff. Racism, xenophobia started to hit the streets, and UK's not exactly utopia right now, but compared to a city where there might be a constant threat of being bombed, then it's still a much better place to be. So I hope it doesn't come to that. I just hope that it doesn't get worse, but you never know what's going to happen, so you have to always have a plan B and a plan C. But yeah, for now, my main focus needs to be to try and get myself to the best place I can professionally. And that once again spins around and leads back to YouTube. So as you guys know, YouTube, even though I'm not really a full-time YouTuber anymore, I still spend a lot of time on YouTube because it earns me a decent amount of money, and it's still something that's fun to do. I still get a lot of love from you guys that watch the stuff and give me all these nice comments and motivation. And most of the time, it's just a great thing to do, and I've always enjoyed YouTube. My kind of passion for YouTube has never waned. But as you guys know, there's only a certain amount of time in the day, and I have other ambitions, stuff that I'm working towards. And the more time I spend on YouTube, the less time I get to spend on the other stuff. And it's starting to hit a little bit of a critical point now, because as things get worse in Turkey, politically and all that kind of shit, I need to up my game. I need to just be the best that I can be here, so that if in 18 months time or 2 years time I say, look, this is not happening, I've got to run away from this country, then at least I know that I've got enough of a CV behind me that I can carry over my work to anywhere in the world, because I'll have I have assets. I'll be like, this is the director that shot this stuff, so you can find yourself work. But right now, I don't have the portfolio to get me opportunities outside of Turkey. So yeah, that means I need to put more time into this directing business, into the writing business, into all of this kind of stuff, and that means putting less time into the YouTube business. So how's that going to work? Well, every year I tend to go on a summer break, and what happens is, I might stay away from it for a few weeks, but then I'll be like, I've got a bit of free time, because the summer work tends to be kind of shitty in my field over the summer if you're not shooting, if you're not doing a movie or something like that. So then I'm like, yeah, I might as well just record a little bit of new stuff, all that kind of thing. But this time I'm planning to just stay away from YouTube until the end of September. My return will be for Final Fantasy 15. I will come back strong, hopefully, if things are okay. So what I will do is this. I've recorded, I think as of this point, I think it's part 18, the last part of Final Fantasy 9 that I've uploaded. And from that point onwards, I have maybe 10 hours, 12 hours of Final Fantasy 9 recorded. And, that's a good 20, 25, maybe even 30 parts worth of stuff. So basically, all I have to offer over the summer is those 20 to 25 parts of Final Fantasy 9. I will slowly, not spending too much time, I will edit those whenever I get the chance and upload them. But I will not be recording anything new. And basically, this means that movie versions, they're pretty much going out the window now because they take up too much time. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and say no movie version of Uncharted 4, because it's too big a project, and I'm not willing to do it in a half-assed way. Because I've been doing this movie thing for a long time now, and I'm trying to be a director, so I will not have people say this guy's trying to be a filmmaker but he makes really shitty video game movies. And to be able to really make the movie that Uncharted 4 deserves, it's going to take me months to do, and it's just they're months that I really do not have right now because things are getting quite critical. Of course, it comes back to views as well, whether you like it or not. It's a reality of YouTube when you do it. Partly for a living. If it pays your bills, it's stuff you have to think about. And the months spent on an Uncharted 4 movie, it's unlikely that it's going to come back to me in terms of revenue. But for a game like Final Fantasy 15, for example, because I am pretty much the guy for Final Fantasy movies, if you type any Final Fantasy game that I've done a movie for, my movie will appear very high in the search lists. They always do well. So Final Fantasy 15, even if it does take me a lot of time and a lot of effort, I feel like I'll get the numbers back to deserve it, because Final Fantasy 13 has over 2 million views, Final Fantasy 13-3 has over 1 million. Throw in all the other Final Fantasies that I've done, it's bound to get some decent numbers. So Final Fantasy 15 will have a commentary playthrough and a movie as well. I will go hard on that one because I feel like it's an opportunity that won't come around too often. Uncharted is not so much, because I don't have any other Uncharted movies. So it's going to be like a standalone. And if you want to see how well standalones do, you can check my Watch Dogs movie. So even though that's one of my best movies, I feel like technically it's the one that I thought I did really well on. It has about 80,000 views, which is, after almost, I think it's about 2 years since it came out. That's shitty. And if my Uncharted 4 movie was to get 80,000 views in 2 years, there's absolutely no point in me doing that right now. I can pump out a lot of other videos and entertain a lot more people if I was to just keep doing what I'm doing now. So that is why. As an example, for Uncharted 4, go to a channel called Sima Movies, S-I-M-A Movies. They've made a lot of video game movies. Some of them have millions and millions of views. But check out Uncharted 4. They missed the boat with that one. They couldn't get it uploaded on time, which is something that I always have trouble with, especially for movies, because I can't get the games early. And they have something like 2,000 views on their movie. So that's just an absolute shame. I mean, it's been uploaded for over a month. They only uploaded it 3 or 4 days after the game was released, and that's about as quick as I could possibly hope to do it, and probably I won't even be that fast. They've got like 45,000 odd subscribers, so you know, for that video to be sitting on 2,000 views after a month is an absolute embarrassment. When I say embarrassment, I mean it's nothing that they can do. I'm not saying anything towards the channel. I mean, they must have worked hard on that thing, so it's a big shame, and I'd be really upset if that happened to me. So that's why I'm staying away. But Final Fantasy 15, I feel like there's a fairly low risk of that happening. So it's something that I'm willing to give a go, because I want to have as many Final Fantasy movies and as complete a Final Fantasy playlist as I can. So yeah, basically that is the deal. As of now, I have stopped recording, and I will not be recording for like 3 months or so. So you guys have been warned. Over the next 3 months, all you'll be seeing is the rest, whatever I have left of Final Fantasy 9. I will upload all of that over the coming days and months. Yeah, you guys can have a break as well, man. I have pumped out a lot of videos over the past few years. You know, it's over like 1,200 now. So you guys need a break as well. There's people that watch this channel, you know, very closely, and I appreciate all of you guys. You know, I try to stay as interactive with everyone as possible. You know, try to give you guys as much love as I can. But I think you guys need to have a little bit of a break from the Dansg08 channel as well. You know, go either watch some other channels or go do some other things. I think it'll be good for the both of us that we have a little bit of time off from this whole thing. So yeah, I'm going to take some time off, work on my creative endeavors, try my best to kind of produce directorial content, you know, filmmaking stuff, and try to stay alive, really. So yeah, crazy times we're living in, but you know, can't spend too much time kind of moping about or being afraid. You just got to do what you got to do, and just see what happens, really. If bad things are going to happen, then so be it. You know, at least you can say that you did your best and you were fighting towards what would be your dream. So yeah, don't want to end it on too much of a negative, but you know, that's the way things are going. I'm in a bit of a downer. I'm on a bit of a downer right now, but in general, you know, YouTube it's been another good year, despite the fact that I've been in Turkey and I've actually started to become a director now. I've also had the time to pump out more YouTube videos. I've had some really big hits, like the 20 Things You Didn't Know About Final Fantasy X was really good. I was really happy with that, even though got a bit more dislikes than I would have expected. But I know why I got them, and you know, it's kind of valid, so I'm not too salty about it. But yeah, had some good victories. You know, especially for Final Fantasy, I've got like a good 1,000 odd people that are following all of the Final Fantasy videos I make now, so that's nice. Slowly creeping towards 100,000. Maybe in the next year we'll hit 100,000. That'd be nice. I've always wanted to have that silver plaque. I'm big on kind of symbols, right? So having a plaque on my wall that kind of, you know, physically embodies the effort that I've put into YouTube over the years, it would be something nice to have. So yeah, things have been going well. Hopefully once I return from the summer break, we would come back strong with Final Fantasy 15. Hopefully that series will do well. A lot of you guys will join me for that, and a lot of people watch the movie, and then we'll get rolling from there, because there's like, you know, Watch Dogs 2, we've got Final Fantasy 12 Remaster dropping in 2017, so there is always more content to come. And as long as I'm around, as long as I'm still breathing, I will always try to find time to continue to upload stuff, and it's been going well so far. Hopefully I will always continue to maintain that work and YouTube balance. But at the moment I've got to skew it a bit more in favour of work. So apologies for that, but hopefully you guys will forgive me. And I'll be back with more new content as soon as I can. So thank you all for watching. Yeah, I will see you guys soon. Stay safe. Enjoy the videos. Enjoy your summer. Or I guess if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, enjoy whatever season that is. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.